Hello, my name is Brenda Hayward. This video is called Understand How Much It Really Costs to Sell a Home. Sellers, if this is the first time you have thought about selling your home or have done this process many times, this listing may be a surprise to help you remember for purchasing a home prior. Yes, this is some of the information that was on your closing document that you didn't fully review or care about. A seller's job is to add the true cost together to find out how much you will truly have to transfer to your bank account when you walk away from the closing table. Sellers, knowing what your money is spent on is very important factor to why you made the decisions you did on your contractor agreement. This video does not cover costs. It covers areas you need to verify. 1. Average commission for the seller's agent. 2. Choosing a real estate broker. And 3. Closing costs. Number 1. Average commission for a seller's agent. Sellers, just a reminder that a sales commission is typically around 6%. However, sellers, it's up to you as a seller to negotiate or accept the commission that the real estate agent is offering to handle the sale of the property. Also, the seller's real estate agent is negotiating enough so that the buyer's real estate agent will get half of the amount. This will enable the buyer's agent to tout your property to their buyers if they qualify for the purchasing price you are offering for the sale of your home. Your job as a seller is to get your questions listed that you may need to be answered to qualify an agent to assist you in selling your property. Ask those questions to a few real estate agents, then choose, hire, and negotiate a contract with a realtor. The actual final realtor commission cost is in the home's final sale price agreed on closing. 2. Choosing a real estate broker. Sellers, usually smaller firms, have to market themselves against the big boys. When choosing the listing, they will advertise and attract clients. Yes, smaller firms have to offer personalized attention by offering sellers representation at a lower commission. If you have ever traveled to large cities, you would have seen that they have fierce competition between realtors and advertising funds to reach individuals. The big boys can stick to the higher commissions because they know that their marketing capabilities are vast. And if you want to choose them, you have to pay your share. Smaller firms may not have the listing of exclusive properties. However, they have the same access to the agent's MLS system. This is the same system the big boys have, which enables buyer's agent to let you know what property is available for sale. The smaller firms are willing to do some negotiating on a commission when it comes to the required fee that is paid by the seller. Seller, if you consider the cost as being too high, consider the small firms. Number 3, seller closing costs. Sellers, check the internet. Get an example of your estate closing document and see what costs on the average is taken when home sales occur. Or contract a title company yourself and receive examples of a closing document to get familiar with prior to making a decision. Sellers, closing costs add around 1% to the final cost. The total does not include a realtor's commission. Most states' closing costs includes title company fees, transfer taxes, recording fees, and prorated property taxes. Also, seller fees include attorney fees, homeowners association fees, mortgage payoff, and prepayment penalties if not included in the original loan approval. Sellers, most buyers handle their own costs regarding survey fee, appraisal fee, title insurance costs, and their attorney fee. I am listing a few definitions of what the expenses are that you may pay at the closing below and why. Title companies, sellers, when you finally sign an agreement with the buyer, your agreement is then passed on to the title company. The title company handles the background research on the property you are currently living in to make sure it is transferable to the buyer. This research includes researching land records and documents on the property chain of ownership. Next, transfer fees. Sellers in each state charge a fee that allows the state to transfer tax on every home sale. Please check this information out if it's different for your each state. Each state may also have a county transfer tax. The recordation tax rate is different depending on the purchase price, depending on the county. In many states, the seller and buyer split the transfer and recordation tax equally. Recording fees. Sellers, recording fees is imposed by counties and may not be standardized in each county. Also, a municipal lien release is required in some counties and cities. Just a little about me. I am a person who enjoys food. However, cherry cheesecake is one of my favorite foods. Just to let you know, I am not a real estate agent, accountant, lawyer, or loan officer. Please let me know if you like this video by clicking a thumbs up, subscribing, or leaving comments below. Sellers, the rest of this video will highlight additional areas you need to verify. The cost of these items may be deducted from your take-home check at the closing table. Prorated property taxes. Sellers, this cost depends on the time of the year or your municipal real estate tax schedule. In some cities, the towns, they collect taxes for the upcoming year. If the sale of your home is after you paid your taxes, you will get a refund. In some states, homeowners pay property taxes in arrears, which means you are paying taxes for the time period used up to the billing cycle. This could mean they are seeking unpaid taxes and the buyer will be responsible for paying them at the time of the closing table. However, the seller will not be responsible for the day of closing, the cost, and then transfer it to the buyers. Sellers, other agreed costs due at closing. Sellers, depending on your state and how the property is transferred, some additional fees will be added to your closing document and due for payment at the closing or transfer of the property to the buyer. Attorney fees. Sellers, attorney fees could be added to the closing costs depending if you allow the title company or the state you are located in where the sellers have to deal with an attorney to transfer their property. Real estate attorney review your contract and legal documents to protect and ensure no surprises arise during the transfer of the property. Please check and see or get an estimate of what real estate lawyer charges for these services. Real estate lawyers charge per hour and help you navigate complex transactions and help you to have peace of mind knowing someone has reviewed the small print. Repair and staging costs. Sellers, yes, you have decided to move. However, some people are able to make the changes themselves and some people are not. If you have now looked around your home and decided you need help, there are some vendors that will wait for payment once the house goes to closing. So that means they will get their fee deducted from the total you had planned to receive from the sale of your home. You need to determine if you can do some of the repairs yourself, hire a handyman, or hire a professional. Depending on who does the work, the cost could be minimal or costly. Homeowners Association dues. Sellers, if you are a member of a homeowners association, then you know what time of year they are due to be paid. Some HOA pays association fees in arrear, which means you are paying fee for the time period used up to the billing cycle. This could mean they are seeking unpaid taxes and the buyer will be responsible for paying them at the time of closing at the table. However, the seller will not be responsible for the day of closing. The cost is then transferred to the buyers. Buyers' closing costs. Sellers, these concession fees will be paid by you if you negotiated with the buyers and said that you will pay their closing costs. These concessions could include a purchase of a 1 year home warranty policy or negotiating that you will close on the purchase requested date, which may add rental for insurance fees that need to be paid until the buyer is officially signs off on the closing documents for your home and the home is transferred into their name. Depending on the state, it may take a few days for the property to be recorded and the transfer, allowing for the buyer to get the keys. Title insurance. Seller, title insurance is purchased to protect buyers or lenders from unknown issues dealing with property ownership transfer or the title from the beginning to the current transfer. Lender's title insurance is purchased by the buyer when they take advantage of the mortgage and protect the lender in case of a valid claim arises. Some states may require a buyer to purchase a lender's and owner's insurance policy. Home warranty. Seller, home warranties offer a homeowner protection from repair costs that might happen after the transfer of the home that are unknown and not found. An annual fee is paid by the seller to assist the buyer with major appliances, electrical, and plumbing systems that may arise in the future. The seller may offer to pay the home warranty as a buyer incentive for potential peace of mind. Inspection fees. Home buyers usually pay for the home inspection in many states. They also request a termite inspection. This is a negotiable item between a buyer and seller. However, proof of termite inspection within 30 days is due at settlement and a copy is forwarded to the lender. Sellers, it may be helpful to get the home inspection and termite inspection done prior to selling your home. These services will make you, the seller, aware of any problems or funds that may have to come out with to repay the property that the buyer requests to be done. The biggest buyer complaints are the HVAC, leaky roofs, and repair of items listed on the home inspection report. Capital gains 1099 tax form. This 1099 tax form is an important form since the seller has made it to the closing table to sign over the property to the buyer. Remember, if you will be signing your taxes, you are single. Your capital gains tax exclusion is up to $250,000 of the net profit of the sale of your home, or $500,000 if filing jointly, so long as the criteria are met. Sellers, at this point, you will be jumping up and down at the completion of signing of the closing paperwork. Remember to find an experienced real estate agent or, depending on the states, a trusted real estate attorney who can help you throughout the process. Please let me know if you like this video by clicking a thumbs up, subscribing, or leaving comments. My name is Brenda Hayward, and thanks for your time.